Hello and welcome. Today's video is something I want to do a little bit or maybe a lot more on my channel. Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts and a kind of a review on Bury Tomorrow's new album, Cannibal. So let's just get right into it. Choke was definitely a solid song to start off the album. A nice quiet guitar fade in straight into screaming headbanging goodness. That just catches me every time I listen to the song. And the range of Daniel Winter Bates' screaming is just so crazy, and he really shows it off throughout the entire album. And when they scream and sing like a line back and forth in this song, they do it really, really well, and I love that. And the breakdown, while not the best on the album, is still really solid. And Choke is definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. Cannibal is definitely a great song to name the album after, because it is a great mix of their more melodic metal and their more heavy songs. And the way they make the switch between the two is always great, especially from the intro into the first verse. I love that, and the switch between the verse and the chorus is amazing. And the chorus is one of my favorites of all of Bury Tomorrow's, which is saying something because they have a lot of great choruses. They have a lot of great songs. I just love Bury Tomorrow. Anyways, overall, this song is amazing, and like I said, a definite fitting title song for the album. Reveiw, or VIXI, was the first single they released off this album, and it is amazing. I love it front to back. Like, it kept me hyped for this album when it got pushed back because of everything going on. And it hits hard from the moment it starts to the second it ends, and only tones down for some great singing. And the screaming in the breakdown is some of my favorite of all time. Like, doing it in his normal screaming and then going real low for a second time. Perfect. The Gray is still my favorite track off this album, and is the only one I can do vocals to for both of them, front to back, so far. Imposter is another song that starts off with a cool guitar riff leading into some headbanging goodness, but only this time with the twist of the flow of the song, of the vocals and instrumentals almost being bouncy, and they really pump me up, and I love it. And the screaming in the screaming range is crazy, and it also has a guitar solo leading into the breakdown, which I thought was really, really cool. So another solid song on this album. Better Below has a really more melodic feel, I felt. Anyways, I love the transitions between the verse and chorus, or to the chorus, where they kind of pause for like half a second, and then boom, big chorus. It also has another really sick guitar solo, which I feel I don't hear enough in metalcore. Or maybe I'm listening to the wrong bands, If you guys know any metalcore bands with sick guitar solos, let me know in the comments. But back to the song. Well, it's really good. It's one of the few songs on this album that doesn't, just fully catch me other than that solo, I guess. But I mean, it's still a great song, and I mean, I'll still look for it if I feel like I still have the urge to listen to that song, so I'll look for it and listen to it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to listen to. So, yeah. From the moment the Agonist starts until the end bit, it's just heavy, headbanging goodness. And the bridge is one of my favorite moments on the album. I love everything about this song. It's definitely in the top 3 of the album for me. And the instrumental kind of mellower outro is definitely a good way to lead into the next song. If you're listening to the album in order anyways. I feel like Quake was a good way to almost mellow and almost kind of give you a small break-ish from the really heavy songs before going into the last few, which I feel are the heaviest on the album. In my opinion anyways, I guess. But it is the only song on the entire album that I don't actively search out. I mean, it's a solid song. I enjoy it when it comes on and I listen to it, but it's the only song on the album that I don't, that I don't pick when I'm looking through my music. Like, I won't actively seek it out, I guess. But yeah, I'll obviously listen to it when I'm listening through the album, and if it just kind of comes on shuffle, hell yeah, I'll listen to it. But yeah. Gods and Machines starts off hard and keeps it going throughout the entire song. And the transitions between the chorus and the verses, or the verses to choruses, and all their transitions are always solid, and I love that about them. I also love how they switch to singing and screaming in the song. I don't quite know how to explain it, but yeah, I just love it. It also has one of the best breakdowns in the entire album, which, I mean, obviously gives it a big bonus in my eyes. I love how angry and aggressive Voice and Truth sounds and feels. But it also has great guitar solos throughout, which, like I said, I want to see more of in this genre. And I mean, the end is pretty much one long guitar solo. So, I mean, it was, obviously just another solid song off a solid album. Coming out of Voice and Truth with that guitar solo and nice ending there, you get another sweet guitar riff before jumping right into the heaviness. And this song, like a lot of their songs, the instrumentals just complete the vocals. Like, they just complement them so well, and little changes in the vocal style come with just even an addition or just a lower tone in the instrumentals, and Cold Sleep's chorus is a great example of this. I'll show a clip here. It's just another fantastic song on a fantastic album. So with that being said, let's move to the last song. Dark Infinite is definitely the heaviest song on the album in my opinion. And I love that scream right at the beginning, you know, the real high one. But the breakdown is, damn is it sick. It's easily the best one on the album. And has potentially probably made my top 10 breakdowns of all time. And you know what, that is just such an amazing way to end a fantastic album. Those are my thoughts on Cannibal by Bury Tomorrow. It's a fantastic album, start to finish, and it's at this point it's definitely a top contender for my favorite album of the year. But you know, thank you for watching. I really love talking about my music and stuff, so expect more of these in the future, along with some more comic book things and probably some more vocal covers, maybe a little bit of some of the you know, heavier things. But you know, if you want to see any of that, subscribe, hit the like button if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.